Hi. I learned that some people now use chemical, in fact, acid, to fry groundnuts. So I decided to fry my own today. And this is how I am going to do it. For about 2 liters of water, I am going to use 2 heaped teaspoons of salt, just like this. This is about a heaped tablespoon of salt. I have already added one, and this is the second one. You stir, and then you taste it. Check out the taste. Find out how it is tasting. It should be quite salty so that the taste will come out in your granules. The granules that you are going to fry. This is to enable the salt to enter the granule very well so that by the time you fry it, you'll be able to taste the salt. Now, our water is actually boiling. I don't know if you can see boiling action. Yes. So I'll go ahead and pour in the water into the granules. Just like this. Our granules is already picked and fine. So that's it. All the broken ones have already been removed. So we'll just come back after 3 minutes to drain out the water from the granules. And then we'll go to the next stage. Now, 3 minutes over, and it's time to strain the water out of the granules. It's time to strain the hot water out of the granules. So that it's time to strain out the water from the granule, just as I'm doing. Water straining, I'll go ahead to sun dry it. Sun dry it before I now roast over a slow fire. Actually, granule doesn't need so much heat. Doesn't need so much heat when you are roasting it. Before you know it, it's going to burn. So I went ahead to taste it to see if there was salt in it. Since I wasn't satisfied, I decided to add just a little more salt to it like this. And then I turned it. At this point, it wasn't really hot anymore. I mean, those African moms do a lot of things, handle hot things. So after this, I'll go ahead and sun dry it for frying. I actually use an old rice bag to do this so that the granules will be able to have a large surface area, a large enough space or surface area to dry quickly. Ensure that you turn the granule from time to time so that it will dry evenly. This way, all the granule seeds will be able to dry evenly so that when you also roast it over the fire, it will also come out beautifully and even fried. They will all tend to have the same color. What actually needs to be dry? We're starting off with a dry. As you can see here, the pot is dry. This is a dry pot. There is no water in it. We go in with our gari. This is to ensure that the granules will roast more evenly. Add some gari there. And then we go in with the granules. With the pot, with the extreme heat of the pot. By adding more gari, adding more gari, and I'll continue to stir. I'll continue to turn it just like this. After 40 minutes, I came to check, but it wasn't done. It wasn't brown enough. So I left it for another 10 minutes. And then I checked again. Now it could peel quite easily, and it was brown enough. So I had to pass it through a sieve. I continued to sieve until all the garlic came out. Everything came out, and everything came out, and I transferred the groundnut into another tray. At this point, I had to spread it out to dry or to cool down. I had to spread it out to cool down and then go on to fry. So after 40 minutes, this is how my granite was looking like. And the curry has become really very brown. And at this point, checking it like this, you'll see that it is peeling easily and is brownish in color. So I decided to try it again. I decided to sieve it, pass it through the sieves again. At this point, this garri can no longer be brown. Nobody can drink this garri again. But after the first posting, or rather after the first frying, it should have still been very good to drink. In fact, it has a nutty taste that you cannot resist. I hope you'll be trying this. This was my result. The unpeeled one and the peeled one. So I finished up and this was the result here. And let me have a taste. So this is the end result. I hope I tried.